For many kids, camp helps add some sparkle to their summers.
They're a little chunkier.
At New Country Pride Camp, that sparkle is a lot more literal. The 14th Street Y and New Country Day Camp are in the middle of Pride Camp. Now, in its third year, the program is specifically aimed at serving LGBTQ+ kids and children of people in those communities. These Pride campers from across the New York City area have come for a taste of typical summer fun.
Everybody here is part of the LGBTQ community, so you have a lot of people that are just like you.
From my experience, when a bunch of people in the same community gather together, it's so much easier to talk to them and make friends.
Camp staples like swimming, rock climbing, and arts and crafts. But the campers also get some more pride-centric activities, all with a focus on inclusivity and self-expression.
I did a lot. I'm a battle-worn, zombified vampire.
And LGBTQ+ counselors are also on hand. They help show the kids the joy and connection of being in the queer community.
I have these trans kids coming to me and saying, are kids going to use my pronouns in middle school? And it's tough to see them recognize that school is not going to be the same as Pride Camp.
If this camp existed when I was younger, I would be a very different person. I think my internalized homophobia would be much less.
It makes me feel like there are people who know about this, and it's not just a thing I made up.
Oh, I just love that whole idea. They look so happy.
They look so happy.
I'm out of here. No, you know...
Are you going to camp? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I was intrigued watching the beginning, and then about 15 seconds in, my heart just broke for these kids. These are 5-year-old kids, and this has all been normalized. This is the plan. It has been for decades and decades, and here they are at a camp. And one of my first thoughts, Katie, was, what were the parents thinking?
Yay.
I guess they're convinced that their kids are LGBTQ, maybe because they are, maybe because they were homophobic when they were growing up and they don't want their kids to be.
In their mind, they're atoning for their sins by doing that. Did you what that guy said? If I would have gone to this camp, if they would have had this, I wouldn't have been so homophobic. Adults can live their lives the way they want, but for children ages 5 to 13, why are you pushing this on them? The let kids be kids starts when they're kids. Let them be children who want to go to summer camp and run around and play sports and go swimming and, yes, do arts and crafts and sing songs and do this. But sitting there and putting on makeup while you have these adults surrounding you who look like clowns. Like, at that age, they're...
Well, it is. It's a clown show.
It's a clown show.
It is a clown show just like the drag shows that are clown shows that are sexualized and they're perverted.
Yeah.
And I'll say it again, these are demonic movements.
And when I was a kid and the Girl Scouts were still the Girl Scouts and I went off to summer camp, you learned skills. I learned how to build a fire. I learned how to do archery. I learned how to go, we went in a kayak and it was quite interesting experience, but because we tipped the boat, but it was still fun. But
Rock
you learn
the boat.
songs.
Don't tip the boat,
baby.
Yeah,
no, that's
don't
wrong.
tip the boat, baby.
But you learned skills and you had fun doing it and you learned to become a strong, independent girl, not... You have to, what is that one kid? A zombified vampire? Like, is this why you're sending your kid off to camp so they can become a zombie vampire or something or other?
So not just one trans kid. I have these trans kids.
Oh, yes, they come up to me and they ask me these things. No,
yeah,
no,
they
don't.
5-year-olds are
You're
concerned about pronouns. No, they're not.
No, they're not.
They're just trying to get through the day and figure out what they're going to have for lunch and who they're going to play with at recess. They don't care about sexuality. Correct. But adults... Again, they're sexualizing the children, and if this would happen in a public park or at a mall where an adult that is not one of the parents goes up and is talking to kids about these things, you would be arrested.